So when you come across kind of these great experiences, do you instantly pull out your camera, or do you kind of observe for a bit? How do you deal with that?
Um, Hard to say. I think when I did that, I did a big year a couple years back of photography, uh, just trying to photograph as many species as I could. And I don't know if I know when my camera is, I'm using my camera or if I'm not. I think the
Hmm.
answer to that question would be if my camera is with me, that I'm using it. If it's not, I'm not. But it's not detracting from it for me
Okay.
anyway. Yeah, because my
Interesting.
setup is I always dreamed of having a camera that was similar to having a pair of binoculars. So the D850 just has a remarkably clear like viewfinder that's just a pleasure to look through. And then the 500 f4 is just like a glorious piece of equipment. So it's like, yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, that's what I think.
So you like kind of that optical viewfinder to get kind of that natural look?
I like the Z6 viewfinder.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
I think it's all right. I like that you can live see what you're up to. But when I was in Costa Rica, I had to shoot manual the entire time, and so I don't know if I think in that term in those terms anymore. I think before Costa Rica, I thought it was helpful, but now I don't know if it's helpful because I kind of like sometimes the weird stuff that comes out when I mess up,
Hmm.
from the optical viewfinder. But it's hard to say. I don't know. I don't. I think I like cameras and I like taking pictures of birds. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm not the gearhead, unfortunately.
Okay.
You
Cool.
won't find
Yeah.
me. You won't find me
Uh-huh.
to be one of them. I mean,
Yeah.
I was
yeah,
about ready
Um.
to lead in with asking about what gear you use, actually.
but yeah. I like my. It's funny. I have a D500. That was my first aha camera where I was like, oh my god. Like I remember shooting a picture of a spotted towhee and I was like, "Holy smokes! Like this is crazy." And I had a 7100 before that. It was a great camera too, but something about that D500. And then when I got the D850 and I started seeing those images out of that camera, I still am in love with that camera. Like
Awesome.
it's maybe people have a different view on it with all this other like mirrorless stuff that's coming out, but I've talked to people who have moved to Canon and moved to Sony and moved because it's a Sony sensor. But I've talked to people who moved around, but everybody loves that the resolution on that camera.
Hmm.
Everybody loves that sensor. You know.
Yeah, I recently got the R5. I saved up for a long time, and that 45 megapixels, that's a difference right
It
there. Like
it
it's crazy.
is it the
Yep.
what it's perceiving on a color level
Hmm.
is just phenomenal. Like
Yep.
45 is such a sweet spot. It's such a sweet spot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Big files, I'll say, but it's definitely worth
Yeah.
it.
But I mean,
Uh-huh.
Ray Hennessy was
Uh-huh.
shooting what, like 16 or 17
Yeah.
on his D4S for up until a couple weeks ago. So, and his colors are out of this world. So,
Hmm.
yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean it's all kind of, how you shoot too. Like if you crop a lot, you might want to get higher megapixel, or if you like to print, it's just kind of all the different use cases there. So,
yeah.
Mhm.
mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
And
You
that
ever
that's a
like,
good question too. Do you ever print your images with any of your work?
I've never printed a single one of my images. I've never sold a single one of my images. Um, yeah,
Wow.
I don't, yeah, I would love to because I don't have a house. So what am I going to print it for? You know?
right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Fair
but yeah,
enough.
I don't sell my photography and I don't print my photography.